Hello, everybody. It's been a while. This just came in the mail. This letter contains a 6-digit PIN that will allow me to make a living off of YouTube. You can see the new camera. Some big news, I guess. By the way, this is not a video for the average viewer. I guess this is more if you care about the status of the channel and where I've been and what I've been doing. Otherwise, if you're just here for the React videos, I don't blame you. But this just isn't a video for you, so you might want to just probably watch something more entertaining. But if you're interested in the channel, this is a pretty major update. Yes, I got monetized. Yeah, the AdSense is actually pretty good. The CPMs are pretty good. I won't bore you with all the technical stuff, but it's a good situation. Usually, you know, people do like thank you videos for super big benchmarks, namely subscriber counts, which I think is kind of a really superficial metric. All anyone does to become a subscriber is they push the button. I have put my 2 weeks notice into my job. My wife is anxious but supporting the move to do this. And all of my colleagues at work are saying go for it. And I thought I would feel very different. But I want to say this to people that want to sing or want to do music full time in some capacity. I want to relay what interesting things I have learned. I've been studying formally for 14 years. I've spent a lot of money on a degree, on training, different elements of singing. So I've, musicianship and acting and yada, yada, yada. I had a coach for everything. That all came out of my pocket. And the moment that I started having success was when I stopped focusing on me. This opportunity only becomes a reality because of you. That was supposed to be a dramatic two hands, but still working on the tripod angle. So dramatic two hands. You. There we go. And while that might sound cheesy, that is completely the truth. So, 1, thank you. And then 2, a message for the people that come to me who want to be professional musicians. If all you ever do is focus on yourself, you will not get support. And I say this as somebody who has been remarkably selfish over 14 years. Literally, I've been making videos for 4 years. I've made something like 400 something videos. That's a lot. That's more than a video a week. And a lot of that is Instagram. But a lot of that is YouTube videos that are unlisted now, or that I just hid because they no longer fit the theme of the channel. The day I started doing what people asked me to do, the success was instantaneous. It was literally, I had people who I was helping on Reddit who came to my Discord who were getting free vocal help, and a lot of them just said, hey, I like React videos. And I was like, React videos are insipid. That's not good. La, la, la. Me, all this thing that I think about this. And they're like, yeah, but we like them and we watch them. So I made one. Boom. Instantly, everything kind of turned around. So I don't want this to be like a thank you video. Although thank you. I am appreciative. What I want this to be is a lesson. Because I don't want to make a video that says me, I'm having all this exciting stuff happen. That's all true. But I want this to be a lesson to anyone who's pursuing music or any industry, anything that you're doing as a side hustle and you really want it to become true. You got to focus on who you're helping with your actions. I've known a lot of great singers, better than me, like way better, great singers, that fall apart in audition settings. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to afford my voice teacher? How am I me? Of course they can't focus on the audition. Of course they get nervous, and of course they panic and drop the ball. That's what happens. You cannot wrap up your ego in whatever your hobby is or whatever it is that you want to pursue. The second you get your ego wrapped up into it, you stop seeing what is right in front of you. I'm not going to be singing opera. I'm going to be singing sea shanties because I know that there are people who enjoy when I do so and have a lot of utility from it. I'm going to be singing video game memes because I know that audience and I know how to serve them. Some of that might be opera, but it will be opera framed to the benefit of the people that I am teaching. And that still is going to take a backseat to voice education because that's what's gotten me the most opportunities. I'm incredibly appreciative. I don't need to be Kurt Cobain complaining about how no one understands me, my message, or my music. No shots against Kurt Cobain, but I see that all the time where people confuse integrity with selfishness. No one cares about your message unless they care about your message. If they do, great. If they don't, whatever. I'm going to be posting music videos and singing on here primarily just to prove that I can sing, actually. But I expect a lot of people to just like unsubscribe the second I do. Like, that's no, I don't, whatever. That's going to be what happens. Like, I'm fine with that. I want this video to be what I would have really needed to watch. I probably wouldn't have listened 10 years ago to this video, but man, do I wish that 10 years ago I had a video like this that I could have watched and gotten and like just like drill into my brain. I know that anyone who is like me 10 years ago is going to look at this video and be like, whatever. I'm going to do what I want. I'm just going to be so good. I'm going to be so great that it's going to work out. That if I'm the best singer with incredible technique, a beautiful sound, I'll get to sing whatever I want, wherever I want. It's just going to work out for me. I have never once seen that happen. Ever. I've met a lot of singers. I know a lot of people that are making a living off of it. That has never happened. Most of the people that I know are successful are not the best singers I know. Actually, far from it. Legit. The best singers I know who are making a living off of performing, off of music, off of theater, are actually not the best singers that I've seen. I think, and this might be offensive to some of those who watch me, who I've met and who are people that are successful and are my friends, I actually think I have much better vocal technique than a lot of those people. But what they got way earlier than I ever did was that they became useful and they became of service to people way sooner than myself. They had built relationships and had built all sorts of value to other people. So this, I'm about 8 years late in getting any opportunity like this because I was selfish. If you want to make music a consistent part of your life, even if it's a hobby, then it's not about you. Weird video, I know, but it's something that I felt like I wanted to say because I didn't want to be like, oh, 5,000 subs, 10,000 subs, look at me. Because that's what held me back. So I want to make this video for the 2-3 people that watch me that I know want to do something with music in their lives. Because ultimately, that's kind of why I make the content, because I got a lot of help, like a lot of help. You know, when I was financially struggling, a lot of my teachers were like, it's cool. Don't even worry about an IOU. This is on the house. That's why I do the Discord for free. That's why I give out weekly lessons. So that's been on hiatus while I figure out my 2 weeks situation. I feel like I owe my job the best 2 weeks I can give them because they've always been amazing to me. So that's that. Been doing a lot of thinking on this. So yes, absolutely, thank you. A lot. I get to change my life. I get to do what I want to do. I'm pretty confident I can literally make the same amount of money that I was making before in a few months' time. I am not actually that worried about it. Having a hard time convincing my wife. But, you know, all I need to do is show her that it's possible and we're going to be fine. So don't delay the way that I did. Give the gift of music to people that matter to you, or anybody. It's a gift. Don't need to wrap it up. Phones sound great right now. Get your phone out, sing something that someone else wants to hear. Maybe it's just a friend who's having a hard time, and you sing something cheesy, some sort of Lion King kumbaya nonsense, and you just send it to them and say, hey, I hope this makes you feel better. And that, more than anything else, is going to be your start to making music a consistent part of your life. So get on that if you want that.